This conference will now be recorded.
We are done with all the steps on the Power BI side.
Yes, sir.
Everybody done, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we stopped at the custom sort. Let's continue from there. So let's go to the data tab and try to today we will understand how to handle the blanks or nulls or whatever we can say. So here if you see the budget column, right? There are some, if you scroll down here, there are some blanks are there. Okay.
Mhm.
If you just hold on the filter on the blank, so you'll get some blank values here. Hmm? So how we can
Mhm.
handle, suppose in a calculation, I want to use the blank, right? So let's see how to handle this. So let me clear the filter here and let me create a column here, which is nothing but mine. Let's take, sorry, what happened? So I say budget approval status is the column. What I want to create it is that if the budget is blank, then I want to print it as a pending. And if it is not blank, then I want to say approved. Something in that sense. Right? So if I put if here, and I have some choices here to handle the blanks. So I will say first DAX function to check whether that column is having a blank or not. That function is called the is blank. Okay, is blank of my budget. So it will give you a true or false. Okay, if this uh, column contain blank, it will be true. If it is not contain the blank, it will give you the false. That's it. Very simple. So I say if it is there, it is say the pending one. Else it is approved. Right? It makes sense. Easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the same case, suppose this is one way to write the blank statements. Next, let's take the same thing. I want to do it for my box office as well. So box office also have some blank values actually. You see there are some blanks on the box office column as well. So let's take another column here. Same what are the budget status you done it, right? So let me do the box office status as well. Okay, here we'll handle it different. So here we'll say that the box office last time we did is blank of budget you done it, right? So I this time I will tell box office equals to blank. This is also one way to handle. Okay, so I say it is incomplete or it's a final one. So let me both the stuffs I am putting in a notepad so that you can able to compare. So this is the first way. It and another way is that Got it? Makes sense, right?
Yeah. We can write them in a two ways.
Hmm.
In,
Yeah, two ways.
in
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
ways, yes.
Correct. But sometimes this equals to blank, no? It somehow it is bit tricky. Let's see how it got tricky. Let's take a nomination column is there, right? We have a nomination column. Hmm? In the nomination column, I don't have any blank actually. I don't have any blank. There is a zero. Okay. So let's take, I will create a new column here. I will say the nomination status. So here I will say if nomination equals to blank, then I will say it is not nominated, and otherwise it is nominated. Okay. But do I have any blank on the nomination? We don't have, right? We
No.
have zero, right? But if you see, there are some values are coming as not nominated. For what? Let's see. So let me put a filter on nomination equals to zero. So whenever it found the zero, it is saying that it is not nominated for this column. Correct? Which is wrong, right? Should not be the case. Zero is not a blank. Correct?
Yes.
Zero is a value. But it is considering now the blank is also, it is saying that zero also it is a blank. So when you have a specific value, you want to compare. So in this case, if you normally compare, no, the column equals to blank, it will consider the zero as well. Zero as the blank as well. But if you want to more specific here, suppose you want to say the nomination equals to blank only. So you need to put another operator here that is called double equals to. That is called the strictly equals to. Let me put that. Strictly equals to. So you are comparing strictly equals to only blank. So this case, it will not consider the zero. See, after committing this formula, no, the not nominated will goes out. All will be nominated only. So enter. See that part also went right. This now zero is not considered as a blank. Okay. Or this is one way, or better to use, I can say this way. We have a dedicated function. This will work. If you write this way, either this way, or let me put a comment here, or directly you can put the each blank. That is better. Okay. So the each blank will consider both the stuffs. It will not consider zero as a blank, and even it will consider take care of everything. So better to use the each blank. All right.
Okay.
Go.
Yes.
Got the point. Okay.
Yes.
Now in this case, we need to in the first class, I think we have. Let me put. Yeah. Let me remove this filter first. And if you remember in the all the cases, the first formula which you've written on the net profit, which is my box office minus budget,
Mm-hmm.
there is a problem on this formula. Normally it's a subtraction, but let's say when there is a box office is blank. So box office minus budget. So let's take when the budget is blank, what is we are getting here? Let's take budget equals to blank. So what is my net profit? Okay, box office also is getting blank. Okay, I'm not considering the box office blank. So there are some data. So in this case, if you see, it is 0 minus box office minus, okay, it is working. Uh, One
Box
second. Box
office.
office minus budget. Box office minus
Box
budget.
office should be blank.
So here, if you consider, I have a box office. I don't have any budget, right? But the net profit, what we are getting here, net profit, we are getting the same amount.
Mm.
But this would not be the case, right? Here, in this case, when this is blank, the net profits also should be blank, right? Because I have one value, I don't have. Suppose this is 0, then it is fine. But in this case, the budgets are having blank, right? So for that, this the net profit also should come as blank. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that part we will handle it now because that time we don't know about the blank function. Now we'll handle this function. So either way, and another way also, let's say other way. So let's budget is not blank and box office is blank. Let's take that is also possible one scenario. In this case, so it is a problem. It is giving me box office minus budget minus 16 minus 25. This is also should not be coming up, right? Both the ways. It is not possible. Make sense here?
Hmm.
Mm.
So how to handle it? Let's go to the net profit formula here and put some space here. Now what I will say here is that let me remove this. I will first check if
It's not.
is blank of
It's blank.
my box office or is blank of budget. If any of the column is giving me a blank, either this is true or either this is true, then give me blank. This is the function which will represent as a blank, the blank function. So give me the blank value there. Else box office minus budget. This is the function we need to write. So that all things will be get handled. Right? So it is saying that whenever this is true, when it will be true, whenever it founds the box office amount as a blank, and or this will be the blank, then give me the blank. In a sense, print the blank, else do the box office minus budget. Just a subtraction. Enter it. Now this will goes out. See, this is giving me blank now because one of the column is having a blank. The other way also. Let's see. The other way is so. Let's check my budget is blank and my box office is not blank. So box office should be blank, right? So in this case also, my net profit is giving me a blank value. Correct? Got point? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This makes sense?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. So one way to handle this, suppose this same formula, just copy paste here. Notepad. Suppose I want to write in something different way. Different in the sense, this is we are checking that whether this column is blank and whether this column is blank, right? Then we are doing it. When we are doing the subtraction, when both are not blank, right? That time only we are doing the subtraction. So I can do one thing here. So before to this, I can put a not. Not means what? Just wrap it around the not here. So what will happen? Yeah. So not, I think this way. So this is two-liner course now. Let's try to enter here. Let's see. So what you are doing now? This is blank. It will be true. This will be true. Not means negation. So true becomes false. False become true. That is not.
Um,
So this part is true, and this part is also true. Then before to that we are putting not means when this is not blank. That's what we are saying. Then this will be needs to be calculated. Okay. And what about the others? So this is the beauty of the if statement is that suppose you have not given the false condition in the if, then it will automatically take as blank only. Okay. So if you see here, it is automatically taking the blank here. Did I write the this part? Whether what happened when this blank or this is blank, what will happen? I didn't write this in this formula at least. Previous formula we have written. When saying that this is blank or this is blank, give me a blank or do the subtraction. Now I'm saying that when this is not blank, do it the subtraction other way. But what about the blank? I didn't write anything for the blank results, right? But it is automatically taking up this one. Got it?
Yeah.
This is the another way we can write it. Well, so this is about the blanks. So you understand the blank function? Any doubt, right? No doubt, right?
so both can be good, either not way or either given
Yeah,
the condition.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you not way we are giving, we no need to write another part for that. If you go the
Mm-hmm.
other way, you need to write the else part as well. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Now let's try to understand. Next, this is 10, I think. Okay. Concatenation index. How to concatenate certain strings. So, take an example. See here, I have the title. I want to combine the title and ID column. So title, then the ID. Concatenation. I want to do it. Okay. So let's create a column here. And I'll say title unique. Okay. I will say my movies title. So for that, I have a function called concatenate. So there is a concatenate X also there that we'll discuss later, not now. So concatenate. Concatenate will take two parameters. This is a limitation of your concatenate is that it will take only two parameters. So first let's take I will take title comma my ID. So what will happen? It will just combine the value. That's it. So cross of iron space 1456. That's what. It will just take the title and combine with the ID columns. Okay, got it, right?
Why we need this? But only combining.
No, I'm just explaining. I'm not doing any exercise business case here. You need to understand the each and every
Oh,
functionality right now. When I will give you exercise on the DAX, that time you need to implement here and there.
okay.
Okay. So here we don't use ampersand sign for concat
I'm coming to
string.
that. Yeah, I'm coming to that. That as well. Okay. So this is
Okay.
the concatenate function. Okay, through which we can do that. But there is a limitation of two columns here. Either one or two column I can give it here. More than three, it's not possible. Right. So another function I have which I can do the same story. So let's remove this. And here also we can't put the space also because I have two parameters as well. So another function I have that is called my combine values. Okay. Here the combined values it will take. First, it will take the delimiter. Next will be the number of expression which you want to put it. Suppose I want to say space. First, my delimiter will be my space. Then suppose I will say my title column. Then I will say my ID column. This is also one way to concatenate. But here there will be some spaces we can put it here. The first delimiter. You can put pipe or any symbol you can put. This is the one way to do it. So this is first way. This is your second way. Okay. And I can say the best way is to write the concatenation operator directly. Title ampersand. This is another third way. Here we can have some space as well, right? After the ampersand, we're going to put some space, then ampersand here. So this is also will work. So
Mm-hmm.
these
Like
are
we
the
did.
three ways. Sorry, anybody, any question here?
No, I'm just about to say like we did it for the runtime label thing.
Mhm. So this is the three ways we can do the concatenation in a column, like concatenate combine values or this case. Okay,
In the first one, we can combine only two, but in
two,
like percent sign, we can combine more than two.
more than two, and in this combine values also we can combine more than two.
More
We
than
can
two.
put after
Okay.
this also. Yeah.
Okay.
In the three ways, we can add more than two.
Two ways, this way and this way.
Only
The
two
first
ways.
way we can't. Yeah, in the first
Okay.
way we can't do that. In the first way there is two parameters only.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now I will show you a real-time example now for the concatenation where it can be really helpful. Let's see and how to tackle it. So suppose let's do something like remove the field. So let's take this budget column. Right? I selected the budget column and I make it the format as dollar. So by selecting anything, this will be open up, right? Just selecting the heading, this part will be open up. So I am making this as a dollar. Okay. So this I am making as a dollar. Got it? The first one. Now, what I want to create is I want to make a heading of film cost. Okay. So it means I want to take the title of the movie. Okay. And I want to put like this. So this would be like this. The formula would be let's take any title. Suppose Ivan Almighty. This is the movie, right? So I can say the Ivan Almighty. This is my heading I have to cost. Then what about the budget amount is there? So dollar 175, whatever may be the amount. So this will be my heading for the columns, each and everything, right? Ivan Almighty cost this much. So next column would be this movie, the B movie cost this much amount. So I need to somehow combine the title and budget, and in between I need to put the this value. This is the literals, string literal, right? Costs. Got it? This makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do that. No column. I will put the column as called my film cost. And you remember that budget. Where is my budget? Budget is already in a dollar, correct? You're seeing that.
Yeah.
Now I will say my title. First I want to title. Then I will put a comma. Then I will
Mhm.
give some space. And I will say costs or
Cost
cost,
rate
whatever maybe.
And
Then I will
plan percent.
ampersand. Then I will give some space. Then I will combine
movie
with my
movie
budget,
Budget.
right? Once you enter this will work. The only problem is that the format which you have on the budget, that will not come up.
The
Okay.
dollar one.
Otherwise, it is fine. Even Almighty cost this one, but actually the budget amount is $1. So here it point is that whenever you have a format on the columns, and when you are doing a concatenation to the particular column, right, that format will be not inherited. It will be the same format what was there earlier. The format will not come up with the concatenation. Got it? This is the first point. Make sense here? What the problem we are facing here? Got it?
Yes.
So how to
So
tackle this?
format,
Mhm.
sorry, sir. Sir, format means like here it was dollar sign and
That
it's
was
not
dollar.
coming
Dollar cents are not coming. Correct.
up. Okay.
So the
So,
dollar signs are not coming in the sense we need to somehow manage the dollar sign here.
so we can add in the formula with.
So the formula in this formula only we need to manage the budget because
Mm,
the format which we applied on the column, it is not coming when you are doing the
mm,
concatenation like the dollars. So for that, in this scenario, we need to use a function called format. I have a format function. I wrap it inside my the budget. So the format, it will take the first argument is a column. Then I will put the comma.
mm,
Okay. Then I will say there is a format called currency. So I can directly put currency. The currency will take the default currency on your system. So if my system is on Indian system, it will take
Rupees.
rupees. Whichever the local it will there, it will take that. Okay. Now it is okay. See, now we are okay with that, right? Even Almighty cost the dollars. So this is the use of the format function. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But this
Okay.
is more kind of dynamic. Like if we are just particular with dollar sign, then we can add concatenate the dollar
Hmm.
sign also with
Correct.
the function
Correct.
instead of
Correct.
format or.
We will do that. That's correct. Good question.
Mm,
So right
Yeah.
now the
mm,
question is, it is coming dollar is fine for us, but if it is
yeah.
not coming, then that we need to customize. So this is the first way. Another way to
Oh,
customize is just remove this. So we have a some syntax to the we can write to the format. The second part will be I will be put instead of putting that I will put my currency symbol explicitly. So I will put dollar here first. Okay, automatically. Then I will put 0. 0 means the positive part. Everything from the positive part. Dot 00. It means it will take the before decimal everything. After decimal, it will take only two values. That is the means that is the thing he is saying that. Okay? So the dot is after that. So enter. Output will be remain same, but this way we can handle it any currency symbol. So instead of the dollar, we can write your pound, you can write your dinar, whatever. Suppose you have any other currency symbol, right? It makes sense.
mm. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do some other customization on the format. Okay. I can do something else also here. Let's see. Mm, So after the dollar, right? Put one. Let me think. Okay, because this one I tried long back. Okay, let me try. So the dollar and I think we put to the hash here. Let me first write, then I can explain you. I think hash then 0. So this is like the thousand separator we are giving. Okay, so the dollar then one value, then 1000 separator, then there will be one value. Something like that we are doing it. Got it? Then this will be the thousand separator. then decimal will be 0, 0 only. See, 1000 separator come right in between 175, comma 0, 0, 0, 0, comma 0, 0, comma 0, 0, 0. Right? This is the 1000 separators. Okay, got it?
Hmm. 1000.
Yeah. So let me mm, try one more step. Okay, I want to say the event Almighty cost 175 million. That I want to show is M like that something. So for that, I think after before to the 0, I think we need to put one comma here in this case. I think so. Let me try. Huh? Yeah, see, now it is reducing. If you put a double comma here, it will make you the 175 million. It will rounding up. Okay. Now I can remove the decimal. Don't get confused. This is, I will tell you how to write all these things. This is one more the way. This is actually required. Okay. Sometimes the customization is, now I can get it only the 175 here. Then I can say combine with say million or M. So it will show you like this. Even Almighty cost 175 million. This is good. Okay. So let me tell you how to. You don't need to remember everything. Okay, let me. So here there is a format DAX function is there. Let me do that. Go there on the Maxroad page, and if you have a syntax here, and here you can play around it. Lots of formats are there, and these are the custom numeric format which I'm typing right now, right? Dollar, zero, zero, all these things. Just see that, okay? Just go through that, you can able to understand what exactly it is. And any times if it is required to customize different formats, that you can do that. Okay? I'm giving the page for this. This is self-explanatory only. Nothing to explain in this case. Okay? Very good. So it means is that the first part, the 1000 separator, and if you double comma, it will make you to the 175 million. I think if you put the 3 comma, I think it will be a billion, I guess. Hopefully. 0 million. No, no, it's not working. Hmm. Sorry. You need to check that, okay? The format functions. Alright? Just go through that. And suppose one thing you can do it. Okay, let me remove this. Is there any minus value I have? Here, okay, here you can do one more exercise also here. So that is could be your home exercise. Let me check any budget column is minus. I don't know. Budget won't be minus here, but how I can say this example to you. Yeah, take the net profit column here. Okay, and some values are minus, right? Minus 1581219, and some values are positive, right? So your job is to do that. Is that make the net whenever there is a negative value, instead of putting the minus, this is a pure requirement from the business. Okay, this is a real example. So for that net profit, instead of the minus, wrap it around the square bracket, the negative values like this. Okay, so whenever there is a minus, I want to wrap it around full square bracket instead of putting the minus value. That you can do it on your own on the exercise. Got it? Hello.
Yes, sir. How to in a square bracket? I didn't see that.
No, round bracket,
Like
not square bracket.
down. Okay.
Round
Concatenation?
bracket. How to do the concatenation in this case?
Yeah, I'm asking you how to do that with the round brackets using the format.
Yes, do the format.
Okay.
Yep. Using the format only, you need to do it. And I will tell you, suppose in this case, I have explicitly used the format function inside my, where is that? This here I have used my format function directly here, right? But for that, if you just open up, just click on the net profit, right? And if you click on the format, there are some default formats are coming, like whole number, currency, all these things. This will not help you, but you can just delete this and you can write the format directly here also. What I've written like dollar, no, here says 0. You can write directly here also to achieve your formatting for the particular column instead of choosing the default one. And I'm giving a hint because this is the way you to try it for the net profit as well. Okay, to achieve that. So we need to put a round bracket for where is the minus. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now let's see another thing. Okay. So let's take yeah. Let's do a fun exercise. Let's do the director column here. Okay. And yeah, director only will take. Yeah. Let's take the director column only. And from the director, I want to extract the first name of the director and the last name of the director. So in between the space, whatever there, right? So before to the space is my first name, and after the space, whatever is present, that is my last name. Okay. So here, suppose I say new column, and I'll say my first name. So what I'm saying, trying to say is that let me go to the director column here. So before to the space, I want to calculate everything. I want to extract what of the space I have. So there's a function for that called the left. I think this is there in the SQL Server as well. Did you check the string functions in the SQL Server?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Left you checked?
Hmm.
No.
Don't remember, sir.
I told you that go to the SQL Server string function library and check it out whichever is required. Right? Okay. Anyway. So the left, suppose I want to extract before to the left. So how many characters I have? One,
3.
two,
E.
three characters, right? Three characters before to the left. So let's say I want to put three. This is hard coding I'm doing right now. Sorry. First we need to put the column name here, the director. Then I will put the three. So what will happen is it will take the three characters from the left. So in this case also it will take the three characters. Let's we'll make it dynamic. But in this case, if you see the Tom, Rob, everybody will be get the three characters here. Okay, from the left hand side. So if you see the Tom. So in this case, it is working for the first director. Quaterary will not work in the case of the second director because the space for the second director is at different place. It is not fixed. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct, na? Yeah. So somehow we need to find this part, we need to make it dynamic. The first part is fine. This is director only, the column would be. But the second part, we need to identify on each and every director name where the space is present, on or on which place the space is present. Okay? That we need to find out first. Make sense this is?
Yes.
Okay. So before writing to the left and all, let me remove and we need to find first the space. So for that, to finding anything in DAX, I have two functions. Okay, one is my find function. Okay, and another I have a search function. Difference between these two is that the find function is case sensitive, search function is not case sensitive. This is the difference between these two. Okay, make sense? Find and search. Point clear?
Yes.
But in this case, since we are searching for the space, anything is fine. Okay, either find and search. So let's go with the find here, find function. So the find function is something like it will take four parameters. Out of that, it is saying that the last two parameters are optional parameter for me. Wherever you found any parameter with a square bracket, whatever. When you find the square bracket, right? That two parameters are optional. These two. But let's see. So first I want to say the find text. What you want to find for
Yes.
we are finding the space, right? The
Yes.
space on which position. So that is my find text. So I will give a space here. And on which text?
Stream.
On the director column.
Mm.
Right? That's it what is saying. So now the let's two parameters are optional. I will not give. I want to just get the space where it presents on the director table, director column. So if you just put it the enter and just place an enter here. Ideally it should work in this case, but it is saying that the
Yes.
search text provided to the function find could not be found in the given text. Okay, it is giving an error here. What could be there? Why? Just think once, like why this error is all about. By seeing the error, if we are able to understand anything.
Like in SQL, do we have to give some length or what?
What length? Sorry, come
In
again.
SQL, we have when we are trying to find the space, we have to give some length, right? Do we have to give like that here
When you are giving the length in find
in substring
in
actually?
SQL,
Yeah.
that is fine. But here we are finding that is substring is getting the number of characters, right?
Yes.
That is extracting the number of characters. This is where the space is
Okay.
about, and it will return the integer value.
Okay. Yeah.
So according to this error message, there is no
Hmm.
space in the movie director,
There is no movie, but we have space, right? We saw that.
So we need to
so
Yes.
give
it's
the
So
not
start.
in the starting. It's is it okay?
see,
It's
this
Direct.
not
is
like this find space is in the
you say
starting of.
there's a Tom space, Robert space, Steve space, Francis. Everywhere space is there. It's fine.
Between first
But
and
actually,
last.
yeah, that's a good observation. Yeah, that is correct only. The answer is one thing. So if you take one director here, where I'll tell you the director, good one. This is a good one actually. So I have a director name here. Let me pull that guy. This guy. There is a MacG is there. This guy don't have any space actually. There is no last name for this guy. There is a only first name for this guy. And that's what it is showing that in one of the scenario, when you are finding the first name as a find, right, is saying that it is not able to finding the space because for every and every string on each and every string, I don't have a space. So one of the scenario in this case is I don't have any space. So he's saying that is not able to find the text, find the text. So it means that whatever you want to find it should be across all the columns. Oh, sorry, all the values for that particular column. Okay, but here we can't change the guy's name, right? I can't say that if there is a no last name for this guy, I can't say that please put, you need to definitely you need to put your last name. That is not possible, right? So anyhow, we need to handle it. Now you first understand that why this is an error. Got the point first? This is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now how to handle it? So handle is, if we go to the third parameter for this director, so the third parameter is saying that it is start position. So if you not give anything start position, it will start at first position only. In the sense, it will be start from the first character. Okay. So I don't want to give that. So if you give it also fine. You can give one also here. That is fine. If you don't give, it will start as first position. But the main thing is the fourth parameter. How to go to the fourth parameter without writing the third parameter? Put another comma here. So if you see, right now the blue is highlighting for which part? The start position, right? Are you able to see my screen properly? This is highlighting, right? Right now.
Yes, sir.
We are saying that give some value. Suppose I want to move it to this parameter, the second parameter, not point value. I'll put one more comma here. So it will go to the next. You can put one or you can skip this also by putting another comma. Now here I am saying that not found value. Not found value in the sense whenever it not found the space, what it will print. That's is the missing part here. Okay, I will say if it is not found the space, okay, give me 0. That's it. Now if you enter this formula, it will work. Got it?
Mm,
Got the
okay,
point?
sir. Sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what we'll do? What happened? Sorry. Any questions?
No, sir.
Now we got, if you see, we are getting the space position, right? So for the first guy, the space position is at 4. Second guy have a position at 7, 6, 8. So now this is making a dynamic, right? For me, correct? So for this guy, the space position is at 10. So now what I will do? I will wrap it around the left function for this, which I write it. I will say the left of my director, then comma. So this part. So this part will be now it will be dynamic, right? Instead of writing 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, so this will take it from this value. So now if we enter it, we'll get, see, Tom, Robert, Steve, Francis, Richard, Barry, everything. But what happened to that guy who is don't have the space? Let's see. On the first name, right? You should have a blank. Yes, there's a blank. Blank is for what? For which director? Let's see. This guy. For this guy, there is a first name is getting a blank. Why? Any idea?
Left one director find.
First part is clear for everybody. How we are getting the first name of the director. Other than this, everything is clear. Yes or no?
Can you say that again? Like for the
Hmm.
find find part itself. Getting the
Find part,
name.
what is the doubt on the first part? Fine, tell me.
It is like it's up. It's okay until we get the space part, right? So
Okay,
after
this
that,
part is space, right? This part is
yeah,
space, right?
yeah.
So what is the space? For the each director, where is the space? Let's take the first director name. The space is at 4, then it will convert it into 4. So from the left, we are taking the first 4 characters.
So it
Suppose
will
one
return the
director have the space.
4 characters of the name, right?
No, the digit is 4.
No,
This is
digit is
number.
4. Okay. Okay. So the left function will return the 4 characters of that name.
Characters. Correct.
Okay.
Suppose
Got it.
in one director it is 7, it will give you
Hmm.
the 7 characters from the left.
Got it. Got it.
Okay. Before space it's giving, after space it's giving like that.
Before space. Where is the
Yes.
space? We are finding the space, right? So left means before to that.
Yes. And why
But
you're
that is
giving double comma over there in before thing also you
this is
give?
we are giving a space here. In
No,
double quote we are
before
giving a
zero.
space, right? Hmm?
Before zero.
You are not following my screen previously.
I was
There is
following.
a this is the third part, right? The start position
Yes.
on the fine. If you want to give it 1, you can give. If you don't want to give anything, you can just skip it to the third part, fourth part, which is my not found
Oh,
value at 0.
oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay. Now that part is clear. The only problem I have is when the director don't have any last name, like in this case. This guy don't have any last name. But what I'm getting right now, the first name also it is getting blank for me. Now you need to tell me why it is coming like this.
So the find function would return only 3, right?
3, in this case, how it will return 3? There is no space at all on this director. This is only one name. There is no
Okay. So
space.
it will return 0. So there is no values for answer for that
Uh, Correct.
left
So
function.
that's correct. Right. So this part will return 0 for this director because there is no space. When there is no space, what you are saying? Return 0, right? The last part. So whenever it not found any space, we are returning 0, which is nothing but the not found value for the file. So that's why for this director from the left, you are saying that left extract the 0 characters. What will mean by 0 characters? Blank only, right?
Yeah.
Make sense? Both of you, all of you, sorry, all of you clear on this part?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now how to tackle it? Now you got the problem statement. You understand what is the problem. Now anyway, I need to get the first name, right? Because this guy don't have any first last name, but this will be the first name for him. I should get it here. How to get it now? Getting the point? It's the for this director, the first name should be blank or you should give me the value only.
So is blank
I
or
okay, is blank going to use here? Okay. But how we will use the is blank here?
so enclose that
The
left of
problem, no, the problem is happening on this part, right? When you are
yeah.
giving the 0. If you
Mm-hmm.
can tackle this part, then it will be work out. When you are saying that whenever there is no space for the director, give 0. Instead of the 0, if I give, instead of the 0 on the default, if I give my length of my director, Will this work? Just think once before committing to this. Length of the director means what? Total length of the director. In the sense, in this case,
3.
2, 3.
it will be 3. It will be 3. Suppose any director have other director, they don't have a last name and total characters is 5. So what will print when there is no space? This will be printed as a 5. Now in this case we can able to get the director name. Nah?
Yeah.
This makes sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Now if you put enter now, this guy there will be no blank and just see that go there. You will get one where is that guy? Yeah, see this guy now come up. So this director name is Megji and his first name also is Megji. This is absolutely correct. Okay?
Like car index in the SQL, right?
Yep. Yes. Okay. This makes sense. Okay. Can you do the last name for me? How to get the last name? So what about
So
there after the space?
instead of left, we will say right.
Yeah, right function is there, but this same functionality will not work there.
Mm,
You need to think differently. Can you do it now itself?
now,
Yeah.
Try. Try it, please.
So we have to write right over there instead of right.
Please do it. Yeah, right function is there. We need to use the right function only, but
Mm,
please put on the logic.
okay.
Yes, that's correct. Right function is there, and right only we need to use.
Okay.
But how we will get it? That's the thing, right? From the right hand side, how many characters? How we will find? That is the main point. Here we saw that from the left hand side, how many characters? We saw that whenever there is a space, then that characters we are printing it. If it is not there in the space, we are printing the length of the that
Yes. Yes.
director, and from that we are taking the left. But in this
Yes.
case, the right part would be how we can say. Suppose in this right part is from this. Let's take this
Right.
example.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, fourth
Mhm.
number is the space. After
Mm.
that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Six,
characters I
seven.
want to print it.
Yeah.
In this
So
case,
we have
my
to
space. Uh-huh.
include the start position over there for the last name.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
after the space, the number we get after the space, right? That is the start delimiter to the entire length of the name. We have to
Yes.
find.
Correct. So
Yes.
first take the length of the string completely. Okay. Then
Mm.
do the minus of where the space is there. And from whatever the number you got, that you need to put as a right. Make sense? Suppose I will give an example. So this example, this in this case, how much the length would be? Can you tell me? Like
Um,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
11.
9, 10, 11.
Okay.
11 is the total length of the string.
Yes.
11 minus the space. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
11 minus 4 equals to 7. So that number, put it in the right. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
No, no. Are you clear or not?
The start
Yeah.
position itself is the length of the name minus find until space, right?
Yeah, something like that. Correct. So first find out how many characters you want to extract from the right. First write that. Then you can put the right statement after that. First find out from this director how many characters I want to put. I want to extract from the right hand side. That should be dynamic, right?
Hmm. String. String.
No? Did you find the number of space, like how many characters you want to extract from the that I want to get? Can you get it for me? That one at least? No? Yes. Please say something. Yes or no?
Sir, no. So can we do it later? Like, can I do it later? As a
No, that is not a task to do later. Fine.
yes,
So
sir.
first of all, take the length of the director. Okay, how to use that length? Length of my director. Okay, minus. Find out the space where the space is available. Already we use it. The find function. And they give a space
And
here.
the space.
The director. Then two commas. And we can put the length of the director. When is the
Length of
default
the.
value. So what will happen? This will give me the space where it is present, and I'm doing a subtraction from the length of the movie. Okay, sorry, length of the director. So total, the first case it will be the 11. This the length of the director is 11 minus what will it this will give you on the first case. What it will give you? The first Tom Sadek.
First name.
First.
Uh-huh.
First name.
What first name it will give you? This is the give you the fourth where the space is there. That number it will give you, right?
Yes. The number it will give.
So it is something like this. Let's take 11 is my string minus 4. Fourth is a space. So equals to how much? 7. Right? Tell me the, let's take an example. Let's take the second example. The Robert Jemix, how much it will get it? Count and tell me manually.
15
Hard.
minus
How much?
15
15. Okay, minus
minus 1, 2,
8
7.
minus 8.
7. Okay. So equals to 8. I'm not counting, I'm going with you only. So the 8 character.
It's
So
9. 9.
whatever
There
maybe.
are,
If
yeah.
it's fine. 15 minus 7, 15 minus 8, I don't know. But this is 8. So each and every character you are getting the position, or we can getting the number of characters from this. Now on this part, let's first enter this. We will see. Now we are getting 7, 8, 7, everything we are getting the numbers, right? How much you are going to extract, right? So now on this one, you can put a right statement. That's it.
Right.
Right of my director, comma, this value. And whatever you got here, you will get your last name, right? This makes sense? No?
Yes.
Okay.
So length of the minus point.
And what happened to that guy who is having only the first name? What do you think?
MCG.
Huh?
You're talking about MCG director, right?
Correct, correct. What will be the last name for that guy?
Maybe G is the last one, but there is no space for it.
So it will return 0. So
Blank.
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 Yeah. So here in the last name there could be one blank, which is absolutely correct. This is the guy. See, first name is
Blank.
Megzi, there is no last name. So our logic is work.
So say
Okay. So this is your first name and the last name.
Uh, Sir, one question, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, if most these functions can be done by in the transformation like Power Query editor,
Power Query
there
you
is
can use it, but that will be a little complex. In the
so
Power Query,
there
the
is
M language. Sorry, come
extract
again.
function. Sorry, sir. There is an extract function. Is the same thing can be done with that also? Not function,
That.
sorry. In that
Ha
column,
ha
there is
ha
extract.
ha. Yes, yes. That's correct.
So,
You can do that. You
but
can
sir,
do that.
is there any difference later on in
No
visualization or
difference.
model?
No difference. No difference. You can do it here. That also you can do it there. Power Query also. It's fine. No difference.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then I am doing another exercise that I will give you after that. This is a homework for you. First of home exercise, I have given you this one. I think the budget one. Sorry, the net profit. You need to say that how to tackle the minus. Whenever there is a minus, you need to wrap it around the round bracket. Okay. This is the first one. Second one, let's take, I want to calculate a column here. I think let's take the age increase. So what I need to calculate is the date difference of my release date of the movie. So I have a release date, right? So each director have some release date, right? So date diff function you know in the SQL Server, right? So I just want to calculate one date, age in days here between the release date and the today's date. How much age of that movie, right? That we want to calculate. So I'll say my date diff. So here we need to take the date one and date two, then comma interval. Okay. Syntax is bit different if you compare the SQL Server. What the difference SQL Server would be? Can somebody tell me?
Date diff and it's in the
First, it
parentheses
is taking the interval.
first date,
In the uh, in the
first
SQL
date and
Server, it is first parameter is the interval, right? Whether you want to take day, month, or year.
Ah,
But here in this
yes.
case, you're taking the first parameter is the date column. Second also it will take the date column. Third will be the interval, like date, month, and all. That's the difference here. So here I will say my release date. Then I will say second column. So I am comparing the release date to the today's date. So to get the today's date in SQL Server we have the get date, correct? But in DAX we have the function called today. That's it. Okay. Then on which interval you want? Suppose you want the interval on day, hour, minute, and everything. So I want the day here. Right? Got it. Now this is the date difference. Simple. So it will give you the number of age in days, whatever may be. Okay. Okay. But
Yes, sir.
here one problem is there is that let me try to find out the easier one, which could be let's take an example of this guy. So let's take somewhere around 2006 this character. So how much you are getting the age I want to see. There are so many ages are there actually. Any year near to that something will be there 2012. Okay, I think this could be the case. Let me put a filter on this. So date filters equals. Let me take. I can give like this. Okay, let's take a filter. But why I'm doing it, I'll tell you. I want to showcase something. So many directors are there. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's go down. Somewhere around 2012 or something. Let's take an example of okay, let's take an example of 3rd August 2012. Okay, release date is 3rd August 2012. Okay, what is the age we are getting here in this case? 3846. 9 years, somewhere around, right? Okay, is this correct? Okay, day we are getting. Sorry. Age in years here. Sorry, I want to get the year. Days will be very hard, right? Sorry. Number of days is very hard to get it right. We're not able to count it properly. Okay, that's fine. Age in years. Now here in C, it is saying that for 2012, okay, it is 11 years for this guy. If you count it from the 2012 to 2023, it is 11 year only. That is correct. Right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It is 11 years. But the problem here is, if you see the release date, it is 3rd August 2012. And we are on which month right now? We are on Feb. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you consider the month part, it is not exactly 11 years. When this 2023 will go to the August, then only this would be 11 years. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting my question?
You're
No, sir.
calculating the days only, right? From today to the particular date.
No, I'm sorry. I was not calculating the day, I was calculating the year. The days will be very different. It will be
Mm-hmm.
number of days is not good. We are calculating the years. Sorry. So we are calculating the year. So year from the today's date. Okay. So when I'm considering the today's date from the release date, so release date for this guy, let's take an example. It is on 3rd August 2012. and the number of years, age in years, it is coming 11, which is absolutely fine because 2012 to 2023 is 11 years. But if you consider the month, which is wrong. If you consider the month, it is 10 years only. It is not yet completed the 11 years.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you need to fix it in this formula. This is a home exercise. How we can fix it? So for this example, the age in years should come 10 for me, rather to 11. So we need to consider when you are calculating the date diff, somehow we need to consider the month as well. Make it a consideration. Whether that month is the today's date month is greater than that or whatever the month, just take a consideration and based on that calculate the date diff. Make sense?
Okay.
This is making sense to you? This is a real-time example I'm giving you. Just do that on your own and tell me tomorrow whether it's possible or not possible. Got it?
Okay. Yes, sir.
First of all, got the question, what I'm trying to achieve here?
Yeah, based
This
on
makes
the month
sense?
also. Yeah.
Yeah. So normally date diff is whenever you are putting the year, right? It is considering only the year part. 2012, 2023. Difference is 11 years, which is fine. But in my case, I need to consider the month as well because my month is currently on Feb. I'm not yet moved it to the August. When exactly when I move to the August, then only the age should be 12, sorry, 11. But till now, it should be 10 only, normally. That I want to showcase here. That makes sense?
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So just try to do that. Let me see this file. And let me know tomorrow whether you have done it. Two exercise. One is the net profit. You need to put it into the square bracket, sorry, round bracket. When there is a minus, and this is the one. Second exercise. All right.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let me stop the recording.